Pulse 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin. I'm here with the team to talk about the semi-finals of the UEFA Nations Cup and the Super Eagles. Super Eagles are playing a friendly game today against Russia. We're going to talk about all that on the show. And Ancelotti took over the Brazilian national team for the first time. That game ended in a 0-0 draw. So we're going to talk about all that on the show. Good morning, Bowie. How are you?
Yeah, good morning, guys. What an amazing game football served us all yesterday. I think we'll be getting deep into this conversation shortly. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, John.
And good morning to you. Good morning, football maniacs. Good morning, all the super fans out there. Thanks for joining the show.
Good morning, Nonso.
Good morning. Disappointed though, but
Why are you disappointed?
disappointed though, but here we are.
Why are you disappointed?
My boys,
Your voice is
they broke my heart. You have like anything where you support this year, they lose. I will change it next season.
Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Bold FM Sports. You can go there, drop your comments. We'll be reading your comments live here in the studio. Remember, when you get there, please remember to subscribe to our channel. Even drop an analysis about that game, that game of yesterday. You can go there and watch the comment. But we'll talk about this particular one here live here on the show. Okay, let's start with the big one. The big one. Yesterday, Spain played against France. It was an interesting game of football. If you see like France, it's like Spain is just a different team altogether.
Thank you.
Those guys are just phenomenal. They play good football. They know where I don't understand how they play, but they are just too good. Even though that France had all the stars, the Mbappe, the Dembele, the Doué, and all that, but they couldn't match Spain blow to blow. But even though it ended 5-4, but at some point it was a blowout for Spain.
Yes, it was a very good game yesterday. If you saw that game like I did, it was a fantastic show of strength. It was
Final
a fantastic
before the final.
Yeah, they call it the final before the final, the epic showdown, the match between two giants that one has to go back home empty-handed while someone else advances to the finals. And if you saw that game was fantastic. Like, I don't want to go there, but I have to go there. Lamine Yamal yet again on the beat. You talk about the way he played. You talk about the effort on the ball. You talk about the control. You talk about the unsung hero in the goalpost. Talking about Unai Simon, who made critical chance saves. He made saves that kept the game sane.
And especially that first half.
Fantastic saves. You look at the players up front, Mikel Merino with the goal. You look at Nico Williams yet again with a rocket into the net that Mike Magnon could not even understand. It was a fantastic encounter between both teams. And I feel like it's the season of Spain dominating Europe all over again. It happened a few decades ago, if you can remember, with the sweep of the World Cup and then the Euros back again. We are seeing that happen again. It's another re-emergence of the Spanish national team.
Okay, Bo, if you look at that game, it's the interesting game of football. Spain, France, you said yesterday that France had the squad, but even though I don't know what you predicted yesterday.
Yeah, I predicted a narrow win for France.
Okay, but it wasn't even narrow.
It was narrow.
It was narrow at the end of it.
It wasn't narrow.
No. You won't say that. Listen. You won't say it was not narrow. 5-4 is narrow. If it was 5-1, 4-0. You will say the playing pattern, the playing style was not narrow, but at the end of it, like we say, football, what counts is the result. Spain won, but they won by a narrow margin of 1-0. And the way that game was going yesterday, it was another extra 5 minutes extra time. France scored.
France will equalize.
And that's the truth.
And
because
if there was even extra time after the extra time, France would have
because
lost.
Yes, let me say something here. We talked about some things yesterday. I'll look at the tactical analysis of this game. Now, I think Nonso already predicted that Spain might not start with a number 9 yesterday, and so we saw that Morata didn't even come into the match at all. So they played a complete midfield game yesterday, showing all they could do, starting the players that they needed to start. Like I told you yesterday that the new boy from Bournemouth to start, and he played 90 something minutes. He played from beginning to the end because Spain also lacked a strong left-sided center back, and they saw that guy yesterday. He was perfect. It was amazing. Yesterday, Pedro Porro, I did not remember that was going to start, and he was there. And he played very, very well. He played very, very well too. It was leaning on man that started shaking at some point. They had to change it, but you see the catastrophe happened. When they brought in the new guy, he didn't play very well. So Spain did what they needed to do. Hold the ball in the midfield. And I felt, for me, the best players on the field yesterday were Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams, Zubimendi, in their order. In the Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams, Zubimendi, Mireno, the center defender, and the two other side guys. They were able to cut down all attacks from the France. My issue was simple. these two boys, Due and Dembele, just finished playing 5 days ago. A very hot Champions League final. And you saw what happened in, I think, the Portuguese side rested their players who played in the Champions League final.
Yes.
And so, for me, if you are playing Desire Due and Dembele, I feel like somewhere when you were losing 4-0, in the second half, you bring it to run.
Thank
They
you.
didn't play him.
Thank
So I
you.
think yesterday they lost, they cried for Saliba not playing. Because for me, why on earth? Let me talk about the France team. Because why on earth will you start Longley?
Thank you.
Who was rejected by Noso's team?
Thank you.
He played the West Ham. They drove him.
They wanted
Be
to.
coming,
Wait,
they wanted to.
He
coming
played
down.
and they drove him away. That guy, I think that guy is in Arabia, Saudi Arabia.
No, he's Atletico. He
He
went to
went
Atletico
to
on loan.
On loan. I mean, he did play. So you're starting a long game in that match.
Thank you.
The greatest mistake for France yesterday was the right back. Pierre Kalulu did not have any business starting when you had Malo Gusto. If you watch that game now, Malo Gusto gave, I think, 2 assists or 3
Thank
assists
you.
when he came in. So I didn't have any issue with the France midfield, but to me, I would prefer a Kamavinga if it was not there, or Tchouameni instead of
I have
Manu
issues.
Kone.
I have issues with that midfield. Tchouameni was sitting on the
On the
bench.
bench.
And you bring your son yet again. We said this in the Euros, and you bring your son, and your son is just. Baba, waiting Rabiot, they played 90 minutes for me for that midfield. Waiting Rabiot, they
And he
played.
played though.
I
And he
don't
played 90
understand.
minutes. Kone played 90
I don't
minutes.
understand.
He has 2 sons.
I don't understand.
You see Rabiot. You see
Griezmann.
Kolomouani.
Kolomouani.
They must play.
And Griezmann, they
No,
must
but
play.
Coleman is called. So
I know, but Thuram was there.
Thuram was on the bench, but my problem was the midfield was shaking. You change
Thank
the midfield
you.
because Manu Kone made some very, very big mistakes, lost the ball about twice, and led to a goal. So I will give kudos first of all to Spain because it was for me, it was 70 minutes versus 20 minutes.
Thank you.
Spain destroyed,
Thank you.
annihilated. I'm looking for the word to use. now.
Decimated.
Decimated.
But the
France.
scoreline
This-
no show
this
this
company-
thing.
Also, I'm on your side-
populated France.
also, I'm on your side on the
Thank you.
scoreline. There's a narrow scoreline, right?
This
But
compopulated them.
if France
straight
in
up.
English,
if France goes like this, no, so if France goes like this going forward, they're not going to see cup win.
Thank you.
I think the coach thinks he has a very solid side. Yes, maybe Konate, no, not to Konate, what do they call it? Upamecano, Saliba
Thank
would be
you.
very solid, but they were not available yesterday. They missed those 2 guys. Konate was shaking, was jittery. I don't understand. He won the league with Liverpool, but right back for me was my problem. Theo Hernandez did very well in the left back, had two shots on target, one hit the bar, and was safe. So, but I think, like you said, Godwin is this. Spain looks like they are going to be around for a long time
A
because
very long time.
They are very young.
17,
Yes.
18, 21, and they are playing as if they are 29. They've peaked.
Thank
So
you.
they're going to be very, but teams that are going to be able to rival Spain,
Until
also
injury
France.
hits.
Yes, also
Until
France.
injury. Let them
Also-
enjoy this
Baba-
part. Let them
Baba
enjoy this time
midfield
now
choke.
until injury hits.
Defense choke.
I remember
See bench.
Rodri is still out.
Rodri's not here.
Rodri is there. So until injury hits, because look at these players. Now look at Gavi. We saw Gavi that Gavi can die for the ball. He's not even in this lineup. Gavi can die
played
for the
close.
ball.
Yeah, he
Play
came
last
in.
5 minutes.
You
Yeah.
get? And until injury hits, we stop seeing that Gavi that we all love.
See, oh,
The same thing. So I'm just looking at this Spain team. It's okay. They have a very solid squad.
I'm just saying
Until
that
injury
this
hits,
Spain
but-
team has depth.
No, so
Look at that left
Let's go to the
fullback
injury,
position.
When injury hits,
Forget-
let me read the bench for you first.
Okay, thank you.
David
Let's
Raya.
go there. Yes.
Paul Kubasi.
Mm-hmm.
Kava never come back for injury. Let's do it. Let's
you know,
do it.
you talk about their peak performance.
Hold on,
When
sir.
Ronaldo,
injury
Ronaldo.
hits, performance will start to
Danny
drop.
Vivian was there.
Yes.
Alvaro Morata was there.
And Vivian came in to score.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as well.
Luis.
Gavi, Dani Olmo, Alex Romero, Oscar Mingueza, Jeremy Pino for Villarreal, very solid player too. Alex Baena, Grimado did not play yesterday,
Thank
just one
you.
league. Bayern Leverkusen, if goes back,
Lopez.
Camille Lopez,
Uh-uh.
these guys,
Samu
people
made
are
the team.
Agawa.
Yeah.
And Nigerian boy played yesterday.
Everywhere choke. Nothing
And
you
their
want
players-
tell me.
They can also give you-
Everywhere choke.
nobody-
Wait,
choke.
are they different?
It's
Samu
Omorodion.
Rodion.
Na him, you don't go change the name.
Okay.
Na him, the Benin boy now.
You don't change the name.
You know,
Now,
yes, he changed
I
it.
was
Yeah,
I saw
I
him yesterday.
I
when
saw
he
another
came.
person. I said that person is saying, wow.
Yes, I
So the
said,
No,
commentator gave a little bit of thing about it because he was not entitled to play for Spain. If Omorodion was his father is Nigerian, I think his mother is Spanish.
yes,
Oh.
So
yes.
you have to go and answer the mother's side.
Now see the same. Now see this name that Benin name now.
Exactly.
This name that Benin
But I
name.
don't know how they did that. The commentator made the statement about that guy yesterday when he was coming on, but he came on. I didn't really like the performance because after he came on, when the coach made some changes for Spain yesterday, he capitulated. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah.
And France took over.
It's not the striker kind of game which you know say
Exactly.
it don't really work well with the Spain
It didn't
team
work.
because that's go in and cross ball.
I
No be
think
for Spain.
everything that changed for France is their substitutes.
Yes.
I see boys that came in now.
Gusto, Mwani, Bakola, and check it. It's got a beautiful.
Oh no, that guy.
Fantastic. Look at that,
What's
man.
that guy?
They don't buy him already.
Oh Lord,
They don't buy him.
it's
But
not-
No, they never.
buy-
Must never buy her.
He
You get
confirmed
we go.
yesterday.
Baba,
He confirmed he himself.
He will
confirmed
See.
it.
So Tijani and check
You
the
see,
ball.
yes.
calm down. Levels dey
Ah,
this game.
check it.
Maybe we are
Levels
all
dey.
carry league. They
I
want-
told you that City will be back. That's the
Check
thing
it.
about it.
He confirmed himself
They will
yesterday.
spend a lot of money, and you see
So,
what
so me now that I was looking to buy is
You
checking.
dey want
Who
yourself.
are you?
I was looking to buy him.
Who are
You
you?
dey want
He's going to take us
yourself.
to Europa League again.
So,
I don't
like you
understand.
said, that I love what the coach did with their substitution. But so, it should show him now that going forward, you don't have any business with this boy. Play for AC Milan. What's his name? They play right back.
Right
yesterday.
back.
Gusto is your number one right back. Yesterday, we didn't even play the boy from England. They left Digne, Lucas Digne. But Theo did well. So, Olafebe yesterday, you start Konate and Theo's brother.
Thank you, Lucas.
Look, you said it because
Because he didn't play much at
yeah, but
PSG.
yesterday was
Baba,
a bad game for France.
What are we saying, man?
But everybody knows that when Saliba is back,
And
he will
Upamecano.
just play on Upamecano will play. So that was not a
Lenglet
problem.
had no business
Anywhere.
touching that
because,
shirt
no, because
yesterday.
of injuries now. So two players are
my
not injured. They have to
goodness.
call in someone to
What happened to Olise yesterday?
Olise too.
Olise
Olise
was
off.
MIA.
Missing in
collected
action.
the guy and pocketed him. I'm telling
He
you.
was off. Well, interesting game of football yesterday. That game ended 5-4. They need to do something. I think after the World Cup, he will leave. The champ will leave after the World Cup. He will leave. Probably they will find another.
Zizu
He has been there for a very long
will
time.
take over.
He has been there. Even though
Let's
I think
see what he can do.
apart from that World Cup, he have not won any other thing with France. Even though he has reached multiple finals, but somehow semi-finals, somehow
Finals in the Euros
Somehow,
before
yeah.
the World Cup.
somehow
Then
he
after that,
keep
they
losing
get
those
semi-finals and
semi-finals
lost.
and final. But let's see what happens. And then finally, Yamal is going to be.
What are we not
he's going to be
saying?
the star of the future. He's a star now. Where he's going to be continuing star.
Oh
of the
my
future. That Ballon
goodness.
d'Or, it's going to be interesting.
Nobody.
Because
I don't care.
if Dembele,
If
Yamal-
Lamar wins Ballon d'Or, it's useless. Trust me.
I don't
It
think
doesn't make any sense.
who should we give it to?
What are you talking about?
Dembele or Rafinha
Exactly.
or
Salah.
Salah.
Exactly.
These three people are the number 1, 2, 3.
For eye test, you have to pass all of them.
No, it's
That
not
be
about
eye
it's not for
test.
them. You know, for the eye,
Eye.
it's marketing. They've been able to market that young boy. He's a good footballer. I'm telling you the truth. He's a very fantastic footballer. But you know, I think the way they vote all these things now is what scares me.
Yes.
Their voting patterns of these
Yes.
days. Sometimes it doesn't really be. You can win it and you don't win any trophy. You can win it and just win some trophies. But you look at it for
FA Cup.
PSG. PSG won as much as Barcelona won. But
Champions League.
you see the point. They won everything in France. Barcelona won almost I think everything in Spain.
Yeah.
It's just
But
two trophies. now.
PSG
Just
won-
one trophy.
They won the
PSG
treble.
PSG
PSG won the quadruple. Yes.
Salah won one.
Yes,
The Premier League.
Premier
as it-
League.
So, but because the Premier League is marketing very strong, so you see it a fourth.
But Salah is not even in the power ranking. He's not in the top 3.
Exactly.
He's not in the top 4.
Exactly. So I'm not
That's not the
against
problem.
that. But it's either going to be Dembele versus Lamine Yamal
Yamal.
or Rafinha will just be
Rafinha.
in
Now
the-
with the way
in
Brazil
mix.
is shaking,
Uh-huh.
you now
So,
say okay, take
to
off
me,
Rafinha.
I feel if I'm voting, I'll vote for Dembele because of that extra Champions League that they won. But now, if mistakenly France wins, Spain wins, this
Yes, they will add it.
So it's a very crazy situation in that voting stuff.
It's not going to be clear.
Just like they added Euros the last time around.
Yes,
So-
but it's very possible. Don't be shocked that you see Lamine Yamal win Ballon
That
d'Or.
boy is 70
Don't be
70
shocked.
years to
And
win
that's never happened before.
I'm
But-
waiting,
man.
waiting for it to
But-
happen.
They'll give them Dembele.
You know why?
Do you know why?
Okay,
It's
go
in
ahead.
France.
Apart from France, safe.
And they won everything. They'll give it them.
See, look at the goals. They scored 3 times as much goals as
Yamal.
Yamal
Yes.
scored.
Yes.
Assist, even more assist
more-
than this
no,
thing.
let's say
Impact.
equal.
No, take the let's
say more equal assist.
Impact. Even Salah had more assists than Yamal.
That's
Salah had more goals than Yamal. But it's the Barcelona team.
I
sure he
think-
goes out to
market.
I think they'll give the boy a top 3, but
You know, he must make. You know, he will make top 3.
they will not give him Ballon d'Or.
He
They
will
will
make
find-
If
it-
he makes top 3, there's a
Yes,
problem.
you make 3.
Why?
Now,
I
if
don't
he's making top
understand.
3 now, where do you put Salah?
I don't
Salah
care.
not final day now. Premier League, you only won 1 cup.
Yes.
Rafinha.
Won 3 cups.
Yes.
And reach the final of Champions.
Salah, they compete for highest goal scorer.
In where?
Golden boot. European golden boot.
Yeah.
He
Salah
didn't
Salah
win.
scored 28 goals.
28.
9
minutes.
Mbappe scored 34.
So
31.
Mbappe should be there. He's by 30.
Then in all competitions, almost 41 goals.
Thank you.
Then Salah scored about 30 something goals.
Okay, now
He scored more than my guy.
Who's that?
Yamal and Rafinha.
Definitely.
You know
now.
me.
So why is he
You
not
know
He
me.
there?
win. He won
I
one
know,
trophy.
Let him
He
win.
won one
That's the
trophy.
problem.
Now,
now.
is it by a collective? Because the trophy now the team winner.
But that's what they will count
Oh, wow.
now. That's the
Now
bad
the
part.
problem. See, now the one rig election, and they like the one rig election.
No,
They find something
Salah
they
will
use.
not win the Ballon d'Or.
Salah
Leave
is
that
not
one.
I'm not saying he is
Ballon
winning the
d'Or.
Ballon d'Or, but at least
He can be
he should
top
finish on the
5.
podium.
Top five.
No.
So if you understand what I'm saying, Salah should finish in the podium.
So what he's saying, what John is saying, also not saying, this is individual performances,
Mhm.
right? By individual performances,
You finish on the podium
Salah performed
more than the
Yamal.
second two.
individually. But as a team, Barcelona won more
trophies.
than Liverpool.
Mhm.
And then personally to Yamal won more trophies
Yes.
than Salah.
Yes.
Because Yamal scored about 14
Now, how many
goals,
man of the
16 goals.
matches does Salah have? How many man
The
of the matches does
question is,
Yamal
when they
have?
start voting, nobody will vote. That's the problem.
Thank you.
Because
Now,
we've seen it happen
journalists,
over the
press.
years.
Yes.
Because now wait till you go count this. How many man of the match performance
They'll count all those things.
this
yes.
person puts in? And you go see, even if you count them by match day, game week, Salah has more.
Then big games, you saw Yamal came up in Champions League and did some
And you
magic
saw Salah too come up
in
in
the
big
Premier League.
games.
So
In Premier
it's
League.
going to be a very dicey situation for me.
So I'm not saying you carry the award and give it to solely Salah because of the trophy
See the
he won.
point. The
But at
point
least
is
he
that
should finish in the top 3.
Salah
Why he
scored,
finish in the podium?
yes, Salah scored 28 goals also in the Premier League.
Yes.
You understand? But the issue is that they won only one cup.
One trophy.
But the
yes.
people that is competing with more than one cup,
Three.
and they reach semi-finals and finals of the Champions
PSG
League.
won
That's the
4.
problem.
I don't
Barca
know.
won
We
3.
keep, we
What
keep
are
going
we
back
saying,
to
man?
won all the trophy.
That's what they used to vote
Copa
now.
del Rey, sorry, Super Cup
Okay.
and Community Shield.
Okay, if it's
Now the same
no,
thing.
so if it's about goals, then Mbappe should be top 3. He scored more than all of them.
All of them combined.
Mbappe should be top 3.
Yes,
He's
it's
more than
all
all of them
yes,
combined.
yeah.
But individual performance, he
And
did
he
there.
didn't win nothing.
He really
Thank
does
you.
it.
You know we didn't.
Top 3, he did
So
That's
there.
the issue.
if you're
But how many
arguing
assists does he have?
No, if you're arguing with
I
that,
don't know. I
He
can't
has,
not
he has,
concern me.
wait, calm
You not
down now.
concern me. Not be assists that they use give-
in La Liga,
give,
in La Liga,
this
he has
thing.
at least maybe 7 assists. Assists not reach 10.
But that's
He
something goes.
doesn't hit double figures of assists. Now other people hit double figures of goals and
He
double figures
won
of
Golden Boot
assists.
in
he
Europe.
won't go if it's by
Now
In Europe.
by goals where he score and that's
Individual.
by goals where he score. Now this person got double figures. Understand the difference? This person got double figures of
And
goals
then?
and double figures of assists.
And then
That's Salah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Now this person got double figures of Dembele got double figures of goals and double figures of assists.
Assist.
Now Rafinha is the only person on that top 3 list that got double figures of goals and double figures of assists. Yamal not reach double figures of goals in the league. We're talking about the league
Beautiful.
only. Yamal no reach the double figures. So if you're talking about, I'm not saying they should carry this Ballon d'Or and give it to Salah. You get that's not what I'm. But he should finish in the podium at least top 3.
Salah
the
will
problem
make
is
top
we're
5.
we're
He
not-
cannot.
we're
He
not
cannot
voting.
make top 3.
That's the case. The top 3.
Salah cannot make top 3.
Now we're not talking about the bias in the voting.
Normally.
Oh wow.
Those bias in the voting, that make them give more drinks.
No, there is now.
There is those bias in the voting, that make them give more drink. Ballon d'Or.
Remember, there are 2 systems to vote between FIFA Best and Ballon d'Or.
Yes.
In Ballon d'Or, a journalist that is voting.
Thank you.
FIFA
But
versus players.
I like FIFA Best because coaches,
And players.
players,
Yes.
captains, and journalists and fans, everybody
I'm voting
will
for
vote.
that
I
one.
like that one. I like that one better.
That's where you will say Lamar will win better.
That's why I like that. So
He will not win it.
any
FIFA best.
Me, I go campaign.
People are voting,
Campaign
they'll
starts
vote, they'll
tomorrow.
vote.
That one campaign. That one concern.
Campaign starts
But
tomorrow.
but
let's
for
see.
this one, Salah is not finishing top 4 this
Let's see.
in Ballon d'Or ranking.
Okay,
Where Liverpool come up for Champions League.
Spain
Man,
will
moving
play
on.
Spain will play Portugal in the finals of the UEFA Nations
Sunday,
League on
Lord.
Sunday. It's going to be interesting. If Cristiano Ronaldo win another trophy, or these young boys again. Who won the last edition? Is it Spain?
Spain.
Spain won the last edition of the, so imagine. So those boys are coming to dominate. They are coming to the World Cup next year. They are going. All of them are going to play the same World Cup next year, and plus Rodri. They everywhere choke for that team. But let's see what happens in the final on Sunday. On Saturday, tomorrow we'll come and give you our own prediction about that game that will happen on Sunday. The top place will happen early in the game. I think it's by 12 p.m. or 2 p.m.
2 p.m. Nigerian
2
time.
p.m. Nigerian time. Then the final will happen later in the evening. Okay, that's all for the UEFA Nations League. Let me read some of the comments on our YouTube. Then we'll move over to other games that is happening today because Super Eagles are playing today against Russia. So let's talk about Super Eagles a little bit. Okay, Anacletus will be welcome to the show. He said that Spain demolished France if not for the madness of Spain coach or the Spanish coach. It be like say Yamal they get special anointing each time he sees Mbappe. Bobo was busy driving Lexus in the pitch. Okay, that boy is. What I like about Yamal is his confidence.
Thank you.
You could look at his face and there is no tension, there is no pressure. He just plays his football. Okay, Anacletus say Adnon. So thank God say that Spanish could pity una comot the Spanish demons. If not, if for reach 9-1. Salah cannot win. Obi is also saying Salah cannot even win African Player of the Year. So comot am for Ballon d'Or is between Yamal, Rafinha, and Dembele. But if it stands, Yamal is the favorite. Bobo is a
It's an inferno.
Okay, I like this comment. What do you think? He said that Salah cannot win the world best. Who is going to? African best. Who is going to win the African best? Salah. Osimhen waiting.
Osimhen is there.
Osimhen is in the conversation. What are you saying?
It was conversation. He won the league. He's top scorer in Turkey.
Yes.
After for 6 months, so Salah was there for a whole season.
Salah is playing.
No, but
about marketing.
No,
I'm saying Salah will win.
Forget about marketing. Salah is in that.
Salah will win it. But you say
it.
if you say who's in the conversation, Osimhen is in the conversation.
Yes.
Okay.
Osimhen they play for according to John
You
back
know
quarter
me.
league.
You know me. You know me.
You know me.
Since 6 months, he has
They
got.
play back quarter league. Now you want to talk about people that will be there.
Oh wow.
You want to talk about people that will be there. I will say okay fine. This guy at Dortmund.
Who's that?
Gurasi.
What did he win?
Now, you for say at least he score goals
What
this
did he
season.
win now?
If you say you call his name, I understand because
Wetin
they play for
he
Lisbon.
win? Baba, wetin he win?
Now, wait, I never finish. Another player wey fit talk say fit compete. Nah, Hakimi.
Yeah, Hakimi. Yes, Hakimi.
Uh-huh.
And
talk about
the
Hakimi.
names that were supposed to pop.
He said who's in the conversation when he calls
Now,
Salah.
the only
According strikers.
competition,
No,
the only
Osimhen must
competition
be
for
there.
him. The only competition for him right now. The only competition for Salah right now for that Ballon d'Or in the power ranking, according to me, I don't know about any other person. The only competition for Salah right now in the power ranking for the African Dior is Hakimi.
And he will win it now. If it's by normal what he won.
He
Yeah,
has
won
won by
everything.
performance.
He won
Because
everything.
this season, I think he has about
But
10
you will be
goals,
shocked.
10 goals and 16
You will be
assists.
shocked that Salah will win it. Just
Okay.
watch.
Now, double figures of goals and assists again as a defender.
Okay, let's see who will win the African best. Probably between Salah Hakimi. For you forgot Hakimi is one of the best right backs in the world, and he won every single thing about club football. So let's see who will win that. But Anacletus will be saying that Salah will not win the African best. So let's see if it's going to happen. Okay, Chooks, welcome to the show. Chooks, I want to thank you for every time you are always on this show with us and you're always dropping comments. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Do you have any other debates for Ballon d'Or? Last night it settled it. Okay.
QED.
Okay,
It's
Spanish.
not possible.
Okay, the Spanish should know that you don't substitute Pedri for any reason.
Thank you.
I think when they substitute Pedri, everything started crashing for them. Salah shouldn't be named among top 4 in the Ballon d'Or. Okay, Organon, so stop stressing. Salah only wrote history in EPL, nothing else again. So Chooks is saying that
Egypt is not qualified for World Cup.
he's saying that they are not going to. He's not going to be in that conversation.
You see Egypt right cruising to World Cups.
Godwin,
I'm missing. I know. I'm just reading. I have to read everybody's
Alexander,
comments.
shout out to you.
Yeah, Alexander is saying, Chigozie, welcome to the show. He said, Nigo Thriller. Okay, Nigo Thriller is smiling. I think that the first I have seen in Nations League semi-final. Yes, it's the first we are seeing in that final, multiple goals in that final. As for Ballon d'Or, all the 5 candidates deserve it. Rafinha, Salah, Mbappe, Dembele, Yamal, but waiting una suppose understand be say okay, that's the FIFA president Infantino go carry am straight give Messi normally now okay, finally saying if una like make una say Spain decimated France, the scoreline says different. They both scored penalties. Anti-Vivian from Spain scored an own goal. Me, I don't see anything different though. Okay, but let's see. Okay, finally, Okitibi, where have you been? Okay,
yes,
it's appeared from this show. I don't like Amo, but welcome back to the show. Okitibi Emmanuel on our YouTube channel. He says Salah can't be named because he only performed in the league. Was not so special in Europe. Okay, he said that Hakimi is winning it this time. Okay, he's supporting Hakimi to win the African best. Okay, let's see what happens in that. Okay, Cletus, welcome to the show. He said if Salah is not going to win African Player of the Year and also finish in top 3, then Ballon d'Or is a scam as usual.
Thank you.
He has more individual performers than those you mentioned.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Let's see what happens. I think it's in 2 months. It's in September. We'll find out who is going to win the Ballon d'Or. Then later on, the FIFA best will happen later in the year. Okay, let's talk about the Super Eagles. The Super Eagles are playing Russia in the friendly game today. It's an interesting game because our coach Chile has been building. He's been building, and I keep asking anybody they see progress. The only player that added to this camp in attacker is Boniface. In attack is Boniface. Osimhen didn't join them in this particular friendly. Maybe later on he will join, but he didn't join them again. But Boniface joined. It's going to be an interesting game again. What do you think will happen in today's game? We are playing Russia. Russia have not played any competitive game since the war against Ukraine started. So they have been playing only friendlies outside Russia. They have not played a game at home. So, but it's still a big team. I think Zinchenko plays for Russia, right? Okay, Ukraine. So I don't even know players that play for Russia again. But Nigeria is going to play them, and I think it's a good test for Nigerian Super Eagles to build their momentum for the qualification.
It's a good test. I want to see a better performance from the Super Eagles. You know, the Russian league used to be such a big thing a couple of decades ago. You talk about
Today, yes, 6 p.m. Yes.
Yeah.
It's 6
So
p.m. today.
you talk about clubs, you know, the likes of players that came from that side. You talk about the
CSK
Arshavin,
Moscow
talk
and the
about
rest of
CSK
them.
Moscow,
That year,
Sofia.
That year.
They had league joke. You know,
If they come Champions League, you're going to see different from 30 years out.
and they tell you short.
But things happen outside. This one, they're taking them out of the World Cup, taking them out of every top competition is politics. We don't deal with politics now. We talk about football. They've got great players, and I think they're working their way back into football system. Because you see their players, they export. You see them coming to play for different teams. And at some point, you feel like they wanted to suspend every athlete that has the title Russia to their name. I'm like, bro, nationality Russia. I'm like, bro, maybe then they fight the war.
Simple.
So this policies you want to play now is just going to affect the system or the balance of things. And now you're seeing them fixing friendly games because they want to. So the national team does not just die down due to politics. Now play friendly games against teams that are outside of Europe. Helps them keep that team together and at least give them a performance of, if you are going to the World Cup, use us to test yourself if you are good enough to qualify for the World Cup. And I think Nigeria is about on their way to the World Cup because I even still in doubt. We're not going to dwell on Russia, we're going to dwell in Nigerian national team. We are still in doubt. But Boniface has been in Lagos for the past 1-2 weeks, TikToking around and doing other things in Lagos, chilling. I understand it's his holiday. He's giving the holiday to rest. But bro should have done better on the pitch. Now he's in camp now, trying to train and trying to get into fitness. About not add extra weight, just like how we say Kevin Philip they add extra weight when they come out for national team. About not add extra weight, is he going to carry that weight and run for the Super Eagles? That's the question I want to ask.
But if you look at that game, we've been talking about Nigerian Super Eagles. We have all the attackers in the whole world. One of the best attacker, Boniface, Osimhen, Tella played the last friendly game. I don't think he's going to play this particular one. Have a whole lot of players, but we lack the midfield. That especially that number 10. I think we have more of CMs in these and all that, or them and all that. But if you look at Chile, I don't really see what he's playing. Even though people will not say that it's just 3 or 4 games he has played for Super Eagles, but this is a good test for him. After today, the next one is going to be important. But he needs to actually do well today to also see progress. We're still playing 3 at the back. I don't know if it's still the best formation for Nigerian Super Eagles, but I don't know.
The coach has what he wants to play, but I think I saw the game against Ghana, then I saw the game against Jamaica, and the Ghanaian game, not bad. Even if they came back to score 1 goal at the end to make it 2-1, but the moment I saw that we couldn't defeat Jamaica, then I started having issues because, like you said, now I think Nigeria is blessed forward, but we are lagging behind. I think in our defensive capability somewhere at the back, we are still keeping some very very old players. We're not being able to recruit and get new boys who are strong defenders. If you look at the whole of Europe, when you hear Nigerians, you see them in midfield, wingers, scoring goals. Where are the solid defenders? So we must still keep Trustekong and the likes of them in that defense. I don't know why we didn't get Zaidu, the FC Porto left back to come up. I think I like that guy. I've seen him play. Zaidu. And our right back too, not bad. I think the center defense is our issue, number 1. Number 2, like you said now, Ndidi is off and on now because he wasn't even playing.
There are 2 players take over from Ndidi
every time for I know, but no, say as a coach you have to bring in gradually the guys that go to cover the old guy. Now our issue is number 10. I will always prefer if you are playing a certain Alex Iwobi, playing him number 10. But I don't know why we always like playing from the wing. The guy is a terrible winger.
Now he wrong go wing go.
Put him in
You already have
number 10.
Moses Simon. You already have Moses Simon
We
and
have already good
Chukwueze.
wingers. Simon,
So
Lookman,
now, see,
Chukwueze, and everybody.
according to report, now they see now this guy they always wrong go win.
The problem is because even for Everton, he always plays in the wing.
He always
So
he
he's
go
already
run.
used, he's not used to it. But I say, you're the coach now, you tell him where to play because that guy has an eye for the good pass. And he can also score. So let the guys who can dribble play the
Do their
good
job.
Then the truth is, once Osimhen is back, Boniface will go to the bench.
Simple.
We have a good solid striker, tall big boy, Osimhen.
Aroko Dere that just joined the team that highest goal scorer.
Don't forget our guy that got the job in what do they call him? Nottingham Forest. He's not even there. Then Onuachu that played for Southampton. He's not there was the top scorer in Premier League last season. So he was injured off and also we have a blessed array of strikers up front. The issue now is how do we play our defense? So today, if we're not careful with what I saw against Jamaica, Russia can beat Nigeria.
Yes.
Okay.
The Russian team is fast. They are very athletic.
Strong.
When the last time you saw Russia play?
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
you know me.
They play fast.
They play for league.
It don't be no.
They play for league. You get 5 of their players who play for Champions League this season. You get they play for other teams. They go just carry them across Europe, join them together, put one team, and they are very fast. So if you, I think the defense we've not really see the thing is Simi Ajayi and Truss Ekong.
Yes.
These are the two defenders they've not really found who to replace them with. Aside from these two, Simi Ajayi and Truss Ekong, we have Kevin Bassey.
Where's Tosin?
Thank you. Thank you.
It should
Adelaide,
be
it
there.
should be
That
in
one.
the
For Chelsea.
That one.
Why not?
That one.
I agree with
Why not?
That one.
Bassey did a very fantastic job of Fulham.
No, that's what I'm saying now.
Starting
Now,
level.
this man wants to play a back three.
He's not gonna work now.
And you want to play back three. Bassey they play right left back.
Yes.
See they play left centre back. Now you have only Bassey. For me, I'm not talking about any other person. You have only Bassey as a credible defender
Solid.
that's solid in that side. Ola right back. Now you're playing the back three, which means you convert him into right wing back. Now these are the only two defenders that are credible in different positions that you can play them in that team. The rest of the positions is makeshift because they did not hold. Now for the you have 5 replacements. I don't trust the other one. Yusuf, I don't trust him. Now in that same replacement, you have Frank Onyeka, who just finished his loan spell as Osborg.
Yes.
You have Bruno. So Onyekachi from Belgium. Like Bruno Onyemaechi, he plays as left back and he still plays in the midfield. Now you have these 3 players in that midfield. You have a problem because you need somebody who can come in and say, okay, fine, Ndidi is not available. Let me replace him. In the last AFCON, when Ndidi was not fully fit, you saw a Frank Onyeka do a better job in that defensive.
He should be a mainstay
but
now.
he should have been. And Onyeka, they like go forward.
Yes, that's the problem.
That's the problem. He doesn't sit with
When
the
he was
defense
in Brentford, he
ahead.
did that quite a lot. Yeah.
They always move forward. So you need somebody that will say, okay, fine, go forward. Let me go. If Yusuf plays there, Yusuf can play that position. Now, if Yusuf plays there, he runs into reckless tackles
And he can get card.
and he gets yellow card. Now, who plays with his head calm?
They should look for somebody. That's why he's the coach.
That's
We have an array of players to let him call them off now.
yes.
Okay, let's say
Players joke. It's just that the recruiting arm should be worked on.
let's get your prediction for that game, Nigeria versus Russia. Who wins? Your scoreline and who wins in that game?
I
Everybody
think
goes
I'll
Nigeria.
give it to Russia 2-1.
2-1. Okay.
3-0 Russia.
Aye.
3 what? 3-0.
That's
I trust my boys to deliver
John, what in Nigeria do you?
because of
See,
this. Because of the recruitment.
I'm not
You know what
satisfied
Jamaica
with
man?
the
Who's Jamaica?
standards.
What are you talking about now?
Okay, now so what is your prediction?
Nigeria.
Okay, Nigeria
Draw.
win.
Eh?
How can you say
1-1.
Nigeria say draw?
So the boys will deliver their drawing.
Nah, they test. We are still testing.
Okay.
I'm still progress. I don't know what every other person is saying. It's
See,
a draw,
I'm not
2-2
seeing
draw, 1-1
progress.
draw.
Okay,
Me,
let's
I'm
see
not,
Or
I'm
Nigeria
not
will
happy
just
with
win
that
1-0.
Jamaica result. I'm not happy with the standards we are seeing. We need better standards.
Yes.
Okay, let's see what happens in today's game. That game will happen 6 p.m. Nigerian time. Russia will play Nigeria in that friendly games. Other friendly games before we move over to other results yesterday. Other friendly games, Equatorial Guinea will play Gambia, Zimbabwe will play Burkina Faso, Bulgaria will play Cyprus, Russia will play Nigeria, Kosovo will play Armenia, Luxembourg will play Slovenia. Our guy, the Arsenal guy, is going to play today, so we're going to watch him again. What's his name? Sesko. Sesko will play for Slovenia. Okay, South Africa will play Tanzania, Ireland will play Senegal, Poland, Scotland will play Ireland or Iceland. Which one? How they play? Iceland. So Scotland will play Iceland, Cameroon will play Uganda, Niger will play Gabon, Morocco will play Tunisia, and Zambia will play Sudan. These are the friendly games that will happen today. Okay, let's move to Europe. Europe are playing their World Cup qualifier today. World Cup qualifier, and the fixtures. The interesting game there is Norway versus Italy. If you look at that game, Norway versus Italy, Norway has the squad. Not have the squad, but they have the 2 players.
Yes.
Or 3 players.
Odegaard
and
the Norwegian
They don't
Giants.
have.
Oh my
what's his
goodness.
name?
I don't know what they call Odegaard and Odegaard.
There's this guy that plays.
They get player for Brentford, they get player
Viking.
for Bournemouth, they get players everywhere for
There's
Premier
a
League.
player that plays.
Norgard,
No, that plays for Atletico. They are striker.
Solos.
Solos, yes.
They get players
Men,
everywhere.
Mount.
But the problem you're having is with Alan on the match, Solo cannot start.
And the thing is, they start with 2 players. They start
They
2
can play both of
strikers.
them.
They are too big.
They-
4-4-2. Most times they don't start both of them. Most times they start
Yes,
both of them.
they start.
But Solot was on fire last season.
Yes.
And many
no
people,
doubt.
many people are looking for top strikers. I don't know what they are looking for.
Hey, thank
The guy
you.
I saw that the guy scored. I think he scored one of the fastest goals last season.
Four goals.
Four
Yes.
goals in like 7 minutes. If
Yes.
you see the finish, it was dangerous. Like you said, the issue is, so you are very correct. They have players everywhere.
Everywhere.
You look at Sanderberg.
Yes.
Very
Sander
solid
Beck
guy.
from Burnley the other time.
You have Patrick Berg also, Martin Odegaard, Solot is there, Land is there. So they have players even on the bench. So I think it's going to be a strong game, but any day, anytime, you always look at Italy to beat Norway, whether you like it or not, because
You think say they get-
the players that will be
I
on
think-
parade for Italy are going to be dangerous. Rutegui is up front. He might play Raspadori also. So it's a beautiful game that's standing out because Norway are a attacking side. Italy might not be that attacking. They want to hold on to the ball,
They've been off and on throughout
go
this
strong,
period.
Yeah.
and they have a very solid goalkeeper too, who might be rested
They
to
didn't play the last World Cup. Italy didn't play last World Cup.
No,
They
they
played
did.
Euros too.
Yes, so they should be back because now Italy is bringing back younger boys to play mostly in the midfield. But today they may not start some of the guys that play Champions League final.
Yes.
It's possible. So you might not be having Barella there, might not be having Donnarumma, you might not be having Bastoni, you might not be having the other left back for Inter Milan. This they call that my boy. Very solid left back. I like him.
Di Marco.
Franco Di Marco. He might not be starting so, but you still have a very solid side because you're going to have now people like Di Lorenzo play, Matteo Utegui play, Destiny Udogi is going to be there too.
Yes.
For the Italian national side, Samuel Ricci, Sandro Tonali. So Italy is blessed. There's a lot of players. So I would think that yes, it's a tough game. No is playing at home. But Italy might just go there and make it. But you still cannot tell because you have Odegaard, Haaland, and so on in that game.
Okay, John, what's the prediction for that game?
2-0.
Who
And
will
Norway.
Norway will
Straight
win.
up.
You like your Haaland brother now.
Man, Mount.
But don't forget, sorry, in that group, Norway is on top of that team.
Yes.
They are
And
going for the
Italy has 0 points.
Man, Mount.
They have to.
I
They
didn't
have
tell
6
you.
points.
They-
Norway has 6
At the
points.
moment, Norway is
It's not at the
top of
moment.
it. At
See
the
the
moment
problem.
now.
They are already
Norway-
6 points ahead of Italy.
Thank you.
That means Norway
And
must
see,
lose 2 games in the
Italy has
draw.
not played.
It doesn't matter.
Italy has not. Norway started the World Cup qualifiers.
Italy have
early.
not played
Exactly
any.
now.
Italy has not
Because
played
they
any
were
game.
playing in the.
They are playing in Nations League and everything, so they have
It's
not
still
played any
6
game at
points. So
all.
that means they must lose 2 games.
Now,
For Italy to
now,
take over.
this one and one.
It's one
Now.
of
They don't
them,
lose
abi?
this one already.
Uh-huh.
First of all, and all this, I like the players Norway has. Oh, I think there was one playing for Brentford. There's another one playing. 3 of the players are playing in the Premier
Norgard
League.
and Damsgaard.
3 players are playing in the Premier League so far, and I like the way they play. You get then even the guy that was haunted by Man United at some point, the Sanderberg, he was haunted by Man United.
Yes.
Christopher Chris, what's his name at defense? Alexander Chris.
Christensen
No, not Christensen. Alexander Chris in the defense.
for Norway.
Yes, he's another good player. You've seen him play, but you look at the way they play when they come to big stages. They are MIA. They are missing in action.
That's the problem.
Okay, they can meet other small teams. Look at the teams in their group now.
They never play
Estonia,
Estonia, Israel.
Moldova. They go win those one. Normally, you look at Israel. They might nick it against Israel, but then that means the big boys. By the time Israel pick themselves now up and start winning their games, by the time Israel and Italy start playing their game,
Let's see.
it's that Norway is nowhere to be found in that
I
group.
disagree
No, I
with
think-
you,
I think
man.
Norway-
Norway, go look
This
at their
particular
last
group.
5 games. They are on the points. They are
Okay.
rising.
The thing about Norway have not even qualified for any major tournament since Haaland made his debut. It's going to be interesting. He's about 24 years now. He has tried to qualify them for 2 Euros and a World Cup, but he and Odegaard has failed to do so. So let's hope. I love to see Haaland play the World Cup, especially Haaland and Odegaard. I love to see them play the World Cup. Okay, other games, the World Cup qualifier and in Uefa, Gibraltar will play Croatia, Czech will play Montenegro. In the other games, North Macedonia will play Belgium, Norway will play Italy, and Estonia will play Israel in European World Cup qualification. Okay, let's take phone calls before we talk about the South American qualification, because Argentina won and Brazil drew again in the first game for Ancelotti. He needs a miracle for something to happen in that Brazil. Like even if you bring Pep Guardiola, you don't go do anything for that team. See that their squad is still I won't call it rubbish, but it's not like the Brazil we used to know. But let's take the phone calls before we talk about the South American qualification. The number to call is 0706 048 5853. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please.
I want to say you could make
Hello, so please do what?
Some people lose waiting.
Maybe the fair election, maybe the fair examination, or I could say competition and backup.
Thank you.
Bros,
Community has found this super cup.
Thank
not
you.
the same thing. Not the same thing.
Na the
Last,
same
not the
thing.
same
It's just
thing.
that
Others just reshuffle their own.
others take their own seriously.
Thank you.
England doesn't take their own seriously.
Now, see.
In
please,
England,
help
it's
me.
a one-game playoff. Here is a.
It's recent. They see.
It don't
It's recent.
concern me.
You know, whether it concern you, no concern. It's recent. They just started changing the format.
See the point.
The point
It's
is
not recently,
before,
man.
Premier
Go
before
back
Premier
and
League
look
winner
at
versus
that.
who?
Oh, FA Cup winner.
Winners.
or Premier League winner. If you now you Premier
Or
League,
you
now you
got
win FA Cup.
First versus
First
second.
or second.
That's what they do.
What they do in Spain, the same thing.
The same
First versus
thing.
second.
It's the same thing now.
Same
Or
thing.
La Liga winner versus Copa del Rey winner. If now you win the two of them, first versus second. Now they not add they not shuffle team. They not what they call they not roll dice
Yes.
for who will join them. The other two teams will join them.
Bro,
So that's the same thing.
It's not the same
In
thing.
Italy, it's the same
not
thing.
the
Copa
same-
Italia winner
it's not the same
versus
thing, yes.
Serie A winner.
In
Okay, let's
Spain, it is expanded. There are more teams.
Who said it?
Recently,
It don't concern me.
who
Whether
expand
not
that?
recently or not,
What is this guy
there are more teams,
It's the
more
same
games.
thing.
Who? How
It's
many?
not
How
the
many
same
teams? How
team.
many teams? How many teams?
Oh, Lord.
How many teams?
4 teams.
Told him,
Four
it's not-
teams.
Yes,
They
it's not the
just
same
they
thing.
just
No, that four teams. Name the four
No,
teams.
see how
Oh, wow.
they did it.
League winner,
They
cup winner.
all these things are about money.
Exactly.
They took it away from their country to other
To Arab.
places. So they needed
See,
to make it
the
as
thing-
a tournament.
they-
That's why they made it 14. Normally it's supposed to be the first Copa Italia and the Serie A, or first and second if the person that
Even
wants
in
it just-
Spain and Italy,
it's
in
something
Italy,
everywhere.
as Spain and Italy by the
Please, don't mind
philosophy.
this guy. Go to Barcelona. Go ahead. Yeah, he wants to tell you that thing.
Okay, let's take more phone calls.
Treble.
Let's
It
take
no
call am
concern
treble.
me. Na treble.
It means
It no
Arsenal they win
concern
trophy
me.
since. If not so,
It's
You
just
know,
like
concern,
England
na
they don't take it seriously.
Arsenal they
but-
win trophy since.
but let's-
Tete.
Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please.
What do you mean?
Yeah, good morning.
Now, very hot this morning. Now, it's Bishop from Tanzania.
Okay,
morning.
what's your contribution?
The agent I was trying to talk to him, he said,
Mm.
Yes. Yeah. Your line is breaking, Bishop. I can't hear
I
you.
think it's
very
on
well.
transit.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
continue.
Yes,
Continue.
yes, yeah, continue.
Yes, it's the one I'm trying to remember. I don't know why this love is in Europe.
Okay, I think this network
Oh.
is bad. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Come
Come
back.
Come back, Bishop.
Yeah, you know, but you just lost that call. Okay, let's take one phone call and get your contribution. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Please turn down the volume of your radio set. Okay. Okay, please speak up. And what is your contribution?
Okay, I want to congratulate Flash for putting me here and make that. And I wish Portugal was in the final
Okay.
to win the
Yeah, we wish them to.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, he's wishing Portugal the good luck to win the final. Oh, but everybody, me, I'm supporting Spain. No, personally, I like Spain. They play like a team. Come on, Spain play like a good team. Okay, let's jump to the South America because World Cup qualification. Let's take one phone call. We'll talk about South America because Ancelotti took over the Brazil national team just 2 or 3 weeks ago. He played his first match yesterday and he ended in a draw. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your network is clear.
My name is Augustine.
Okay, what is your contribution?
There was a time we had an argument on Dembele. I
Yes.
told you that Dembele is not that type of superstar you people are hyping. Dembele in the World Cup showed who he is. And yesterday he showed it.
Mm.
World football is different from team football. Because in team,
No. Hello.
Continue.
yeah,
Go, come again.
you always know what you are that your teammate wants to do. You train every day. You understand me?
Yes.
Yesterday, when Dembele was removed, something changed, and the fans started moving up. And I have a problem with the not always wants everybody to look at him.
Thank you.
That he's all this and he's all that. It is not good. It's not good. Yesterday, some passes he should have made to some other people to score goals. He couldn't do it. And this from AC Milan, because in that French team.
Yeah.
Forgotten his name.
Turan.
A white man. I don't know what he was doing there. And my friend from Liverpool, he makes too much mistakes. I don't understand.
Okay.
I'm not happy.
Okay.
I'm not happy.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, I think people like France more. Is it because of their black players?
Maybe they give a lot of access.
Someone said it's former residents of Africa, now
Definitely.
citizens of Europe.
Definitely.
Okay, and in South America, World Cup qualification results of yesterday, 3 games happened yesterday, and Ecuador and Brazil played a 0-0 draw. Paraguay beat Uruguay 2-0, and Argentina beat Chile away from home 1-0. Another clean sheet for Martinez. He's always getting clean sheet whenever he plays for the national team. He's a different kind of player. Once he put on that Argentina shirt, he's a different kind of player. But first, let's talk about Brazil, because Ancelotti took over this Brazilian team 2 weeks ago. As he was landing, tomorrow, he gave his own lineup, like his own list of players that he's going to call up. He said that he likes Neymar. Neymar will play, but Neymar needs to stay fit. But that's the problem. He can never stay fit for that World Cup next year. That's just the problem. But if you look at this Brazil national team, I don't think Richardson started this game. Imagine.
How? Like, bro, how?
Richardson, we don't even feel they play for. When they play for sports, they start for Brazil national team. Look at their squad. It's just he brought in Casemiro back. He said that he's going to bring back Casemiro. He brought in Casemiro.
That was our first name on the list.
I saw the game a little bit. I woke up to see that game a little bit, but it could take miracle for Brazil to win something again.
You see, I just want us to not jump the gun and call this Brazil team a failure, because it's too early to do that. He hasn't had the time to pick and select and work with these guys. So let's give him this one off as a discount. But the main thing is there are some people in this national side that should not be here. And that scouting team, whoever is in that scouting department, should go back to the streets of Brazil and go and look for talent, because you can't tell me that the best they have to offer in that striking position is Richarlison.
Richarlison.
They took him out and brought in Cunha, and at least game changed.
Well, that's where the coaches make some mistakes. There's no way, if I'm the coach, to start Richarlison. Because he started in the final of the European Cup. This thing is
just start for sports.
Junior should be up there. This guy is hot. He just got even a big move. He's ginger to move.
Left back. Left back.
Oh, that old guy that Juventus.
Alessandro.
I get problem.
That's my second issue now. Look at the bench for me.
Thank you. Let's go.
You can't put Martinelli should not be on the bench. She's starting for you, right?
Let's say Vinicius is competing with Vinicius.
Vinicius started already.
No.
Hold on. Estavio William, who is he?
Thank you.
Chelsea player.
Thank you. He should not be starting before Martinelli. So that front should be Vinicius, Martinelli, Junior. For me, Mido, Guimaraes, Casemiro, I don't have an issue with that. I don't know who guessing is. The defense is where my problem is. Out of the defense, I know only one person I can trust. Marquinhos. Alessandro, so Brazil don't have a good left back in the world to play for me. Now, sorry, John. You didn't start. What is it? I'm looking for the player that I was looking for just now. You didn't start this Andres Pereira. This guy played a very good game for
Fulham. Yes.
So for me, it would have been Casemiro, Andres Pereira, and Bruno Guimaraes. But I feel the reason why the coach did not do that, I don't understand. I don't understand, because players who played week in, week out very well for their club side should be the first starters in the national side. That should have been what I should do. But I think some Brazilian players still have injuries.
Secondly, Anthony was not given
Anthony never played 1 second.
1 second. I don't understand.
Now, there, I get problem.
Thank you.
Now, when you said something about Martinelli, I said he's competing with Vinicius on the left.
Anthony start now.
You can play him on the other side of the flank now.
Anthony should have started ahead of Williams.
Before Uncle.
Anthony, Vinicius, Marcus Cunha.
Simple.
we should have started. Then you know that okay, fine, you go into midfield. Gaston is 28 years old. And he played I think he played in Europe at some point, but you know he deliver.
Baba ain't go dey bench.
You don't deliver, you go dey bench first of all. Now you have an Andres Pereira on the bench who can deliver for you. You have a Casemiro who is starting. Definitely, he can hold on the holding midfielder position. Now what you need is like maybe a box-to-box midfielder and an attacking midfielder. Now Bruno Gimenez is playing on one side. You need somebody else on the other side, not Gasson. You get? He didn't really give that energy of somebody playing for an European club. And you played against an Ecuador that you probably have players. They don't. You can't relatively say, okay, this person is playing for this team.
Ecuador is second in the competition.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can't name a player.
Yes, midfield.
You can't name a player playing for a big team for Ecuador in the top 5, except for Estupiñán.
Caicedo.
All people like it's as I just except for this person and this
don't
person.
finish.
They don't finish. Which person they play for Bayern Munich? Real Madrid, no. Barcelona, no. As in, okay, go England, top 5.
Ancelotti is going to need a miracle for him to win anything with this national team. I don't think that he's going to, because except he needs to.
It's not about miracle. He needs a better recruitment.
Yeah, I think he needs to look at the Brazilian league itself to pick players rather than picking somebody like Pereira. I'm not
Andres.
I don't have anything.
The ball.
I know, but I don't have anything. But I think that you can find a better player.
No, but yes, you're right. Someone like Andres should be starting.
Yes.
That is the truth.
Yeah, I agree.
You should look at that league and pick players from them. Maybe pick 50% from them. And pick, if you ask me, because I know that Brazilian team, club football, they're one of the biggest in the world. Especially their fans.
Oh,
they love
Brazil used to be known for beautiful number 9s
and number 10s.
and number 10s. But in the past few years now,
Nothing.
there is no alternate number 9 that can score goals for Brazil. They don't
There
have a good 10.
In this also side now, our man no deal.
Who's that?
He's been off this season. Let's
Who's
be honest. Rodrigo.
He's injured now.
He's been off this season. Even this season itself, if Nami, I no go start him because
Why
he's
I
been
no go
off.
start Rodrigo?
He's been off.
Okay.
If you want to put him there, he's competing against Anthony, who has a better season than him.
Yeah.
Okay. Argentina obviously won their game. Argentina.
Alvarez, my guy.
Yeah, he scored the only goal. Messi was introduced about in 16 minutes of that game. I think Argentina is going to challenge for the World Cup again. Obviously, they are going to qualify. They are first on the table. They are far first on the table, and they are going to probably again challenge for the World Cup again next season. Let's see if Messi is obviously going to play that World Cup. What we don't know if Ronaldo will be available for that World Cup, but obviously Messi, Argentina team love Messi and they want him to play that World Cup next season, so he will play. Okay, finally on our YouTube channel, let's go with our YouTube channel comments there before we close the show. Chukwuebuka, welcome to the show. You say, Yamal, this guy is unique. You know because of this guy's performance is easily forgot. I think this.
Yeah,
You easily forget that he's just 17 years old.
Yeah, easily forget that he's 17 years old playing with fathers. Okay, Yamal wowed me into becoming a staunch fan of him. Yes, Yamal is somebody that will do well. Very well. Okay, Cletus is saying Salah performance is more than of Yamal. Okay, I've read this comment. Yamal, even Dembele. If I will be convinced that this award is an individual award, then let it be given by performer, not only trophies. Okay, let's see if that happened. And Emmanuel finally is predicting that Nigeria will beat Russia 2-1. Okay, let's see if that will happen today. Today, Nigeria will play by 6 p.m. Sharp. Let's see if Super Eagles will improve and win the tournament. I know we win this friendly game today. Okay, this is how we're going to end the show. Tomorrow we'll come back and talk about all these games that we talked about today. A whole lot of games are happening today. Friendly games in Europe, friendly games in Africa, everywhere. We'll come back tomorrow and talk about it. Thank you for joining us on today's show. We also dropped a video about the game of yesterday's game, that preview, a special video on our YouTube channel at Vote FM Sport. Please go and see that video. It's going to be interesting. Our own special person dropped that video yesterday night. Go and watch it. Drop your comments. We'll be responding to your comments on that particular video. Thank you. Remember, guys, to subscribe to our channel at Vote FM Sports. My name is Godwin. See you guys tomorrow.
Hello, Enugu, and welcome to Volt 104.3 FM, where music meets the voltage. Take a break and enjoy the show.
I'm not seeing Nigerian match for live score.
I don't know.
That is not important.